Hey fellow agents, this is Agent Smith and we are playing Kentucky Route Zero. So in our previous episode we completed Chapter 3 and dealt with all of the stuff that had to do with the Xanadu computer system, and yeah, I can't remember exactly how it ended, and us sleeping, getting on the boat, I believe. Either way, we are ready to go to the segue episode between, or the segue part between 3 and 4, known as Here and There Along the Echo. Now let's hope that I can get all my voices back, because I suck at remembering all the voices. Launching in. Here and There Along the Echo. Darkness. A phone number. Oh, shit. Okay.
Operator services are currently suspended, pending automation.
All right, let's go and try this again. 2 7 0 3 0 1. So this is the phone number that we found in that book earlier, and I actually called this a real number that actually functions in reality, which is pretty sick. That shouldn't have worked because I didn't put a 1 in the front. But this is exactly what it is.
Hello. You have dialed into Here and There Along the Echo, a guide to the Echo River for drifters and pilgrims. This guide is a public service provided
I hope
by
phones
the Bureau of
my left
Secret
most of the time.
Tourism.
Okay. Had to make dinner after I did a long live stream today.
For a menu of our resources, press 1. If you have an extension to dial, press 9. For more information about our organization, press 3. If you don't remember dialing this number at all, press 5. The Bureau of Secret Tourism is supported by a generous population of river creatures whom I fix up and grill as necessary.
Fix up and grill.
I'm environmentally minded, and I believe all creatures are equally deserving of support in their transition to the next world. So I usually try to sing a little elegy like, small water creature, crab or frog. Now you know that sleep is all around us, like a muggy, tranquil fog. Something like that. It's easier to come up with these songs when I'm hungry in a sort of transcendental fasting state, but I've actually just had breakfast. A debt of gratitude is also owed to the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces, who unselfishly and unwillingly donates this here telephone line for the purpose of this here informational resource. You can always find the latest secret tourism literature in any of our unmarked kiosks or any other old place it happens to lay. That's all I have to say about that. Hey, do me a favor. When you get a chance, call us back at extension 1928. You can press 0 now to go back to the main menu. Welcome home. For historical sites along the Echo River, press 1. For a guide to the river's flora and fauna, press 2. For help identifying an unfamiliar sound, press 3. If you're holding a snake right now, press 4. To hear these options again.
I'm not, but I want to see what happens.
You're probably not in any danger, but why are you holding that snake? If you're involved in an exchange of some kind, press 1. If holding the snake is part of your spiritual practice, press 2. If you don't remember why you're holding the snake, press 3. Okay. What's the last thing you remember? Please describe your memory in as much detail as you are able, paying particular attention to any smells and sounds you may recall. Were you breathing through your mouth or your nose? What did the air taste like? And so on. Feel free to call again with extension 1618 and tell us the whole story. All right. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work on this here snake situation. What you're going for is a kind of gestural conversation. Don't worry. I'll lead you two through it. Give that snake a name and look her right in the eyes and say her name. I'm going to go with Delia for the purpose of demonstration, but you pick a suitable name. Try to follow along with me here to the best of your ability. Delia, take it easy now. What if all of this is just a reflection of a reflection? Now hold the silence while she processes that metaphysical curveball. Okay, what's Delia up to now? If she's staring right back at you, press 1. If she's wriggling around, press 2. And if she's just kind of limp, press 3. Well, good. Now you've got her attention. Now, leading with your shoulder, slowly tilt your body to the left, always maintaining eye contact. Adjust your feet as necessary. You want to do a full rotation over several seconds. It's normal to feel a bit self-conscious. Try not to get tangled up in the phone cord, or next time plan ahead and use a cordless. All right, where are we at? If the snake is breathing heavily, press 1. If she's curled around your forearm, press 2. If her tongue is extended, press 3. Okay, I want you to tense your arm muscles and then relax them, one by one. Take slow, shallow breaths. Tense, relax, tense, relax. Try to focus all your thoughts on that blood coursing through your arm veins. Forget Delia is even there. Just you and your blood. There you go. Delia should be in a kind of a calm, thoughtful state now. So you can move on. So put that snake in some grass or something. Let Delia be free like a snake should. And go ahead and wash your hands if you care to. I would.
There you go.
Welcome home. For historical sites along the Echo River, press 1. For a guide to the river's flora and fauna.
Let's dial this up again and try some of these extensions. Cool. Cool. Ready to go? Let's just take a minute. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to try these extensions I've got here. One is for the description. I want to see what happens. Okay. 1, 6, 1, 8. This is the description for the snake one.
Something else shook loose. Well, how vivid is it? I mean, can you really smell it? Are you sweating it out now? Are your hands all damp? And when you brush your hair out of your eyes, it just tastes like... Listen, if your hands are damp, press 1. If your feet are damp in your socks, press 2. If you don't feel particularly damp anywhere, press 3. Oh, everyone has a damp spot somewhere in their body or mind.
That's not wrong.
That's what lets us sort of squish a little when we try to remember something. Muddy the details, right? even if it's just that wet blood sloshing around in there. Your soggy heart, right? Let's hear all about it.
Why'd the phone try to hang up?
Explaining yourself, press the 0 button. Welcome home.
Let's try the other one.
For historical sites along the Echo River, press
One more time. Get
for
to the...
menu. Now is the time to dial an extension. I just want to listen to the wind blow. Or even better, television static. Can you tune your TV to a dead station and let the static play into the phone? When you're finished, press the 0 button. Thanks.
Huh. Well, I don't know what else to do with this, so we're going to go ahead and take the out. Cool. Ready to go? Yeah, let's go. Interesting. That was fun. I'm sure there's more to it, but I don't know. I don't know what else we can do with it, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at that. But let's go ahead and jump into Act 4. Yeah, I was going to say the boat has this elephant on the end of it for the ferry. That is so cool. 5.4 context backlash. General wear to the gestural gear mounting apparatus 5A1 may result in undesirable play between teeth in the context and history state machine gears. Oh, sorry. That's just a manual. The manual states 5.4 context backlash. General wear on the gestural gear motoring apparatus 5 Alpha 1 may result in undesirable play between teeth in the context and history state machine gears, causing stuttering, slippage, resetting, and skipping. Well, this isn't all that helpful. Table of contents. 0. Introduction. 1. Installation. 2. Orientations. 4. What's 3? Order of operations. 3. The passage of time. 5. Gestures. 6. Final notes. Must be missing a page or something. My savior. Our friend here is in bad way. Any insight? I have tried to stay clear of high voltage these days. I don't at all blame you, especially down here on the water. I mean, sure, it's dangerous, but this here is where she lives. What brings you down to the Echo tonight? I always end up here, eventually. The river is like that. It always has been. We picked you up at the Burrow tonight. Never seen you that far upriver before. I hope that doesn't mean you've been traveling on the 0. Yeah. Have you been there? The 0? Oh, no, not me. This old river rat steers clear of weird highways. I've been traveling on this river for more than half of my life. More or less alone. I think I've seen it change quite a bit in all those years, but I can't say for sure. Water is a peculiar way of making a person forgetful. Some nights I remember a place, but it's full of strange new people, and some nights I meet an old friend on an unfamiliar shore. I wonder which kind of night this is. He seemed like a hippie, so I figure I'd give him that. Act 4, Scene 1. Figure I'd give him a hippie voice. Maybe I'll remember that. The Mucky Mammoth. This is the coolest ferry boat I've ever seen, man. This guy did a good job. Will and Kate. Let's talk to Will. Since I know the voice for Will. Oh, man. The dog. Blue's just hanging out there on the boat. Loving it. Singing quietly. For we are more than whiskey fed. Oh. What gears? Wet gears? Probably, who knows? First thing I tried, anyways. Down here by this little blue box, I took all the gears out and dried each one by hand, and then I loaded them back in again. That took care of the grinding sound, but her trunk keeps doing that sparking, clinking, weeping thing. To be honest with you, I'm not really qualified for this work. Kate's a friend, you know how it is. Don't know. Don't you? Excuse me. What's your story, Will? A story? Well, I like to listen to them. I like to tell them, but I don't have one of my own. I also don't have a permanent address or a pickup truck or any change of clothes. I wash my laundry in the river, and in that moment, I'm truly free. I don't even have any shoes. Hey, I should tell you where I left my shoes. Did you know I'm a classically trained organist? It's true. Look at these long fingers and pedal gripping toes. It doesn't matter. Minor in French literature earned me a position teaching Artaud to Zola at the university. Well, some shitty governor cut state funding for our department, and I was demoted to mopping floors, running wiring through walls or in dangerous places. I even operated the soundboard at the student theater. I left my shoes there at the university. It was a protest. Walk without shoes for something important or tragic. I ended up by the shore, and soon I was drifting along the echo. It ran for a while above ground, and then it doesn't anymore. But I prefer subterranean waters anyway. Kate brings me along, and I record what I see and hear. I try to help with maintenance. I drop off the mail and pick up the trash. On occasion, I take the helm. Anyway, that's all I try to remember anymore. I listen to the river's stories, and my own stories get fainter and fainter. Oh, if you talk to Kate, could you ask her when she stops for gas? Could she pick me up a scratch ticket? Thanks. Let's go out and around and talk to Kate. I think I'll give her like, wow, man, voice. I don't know if you watch the Muppets, but these character voices for this one are pretty much the Electric Mayhem. Kate. How's the cold river spray treating you? I thought I saw you squinting. It's hard water, you know. Hard on the eyes. It still irritates mine a little, and I'm piloting a tugboat through it 6 nights a week. Don't be too shy to close them in public. Your eyes, I mean. People will just assume you're thoughtful. You need tea? Let's mix up some slippery elm, instant coffee, and dried sprig agricus. Just add swamp snake, and that'd be a love potion. I'm teasing. Or am I? What are all those for? Eye strain. Slippery elm masks the taste of the rest of it. Dried sprig agricus is in particular has an eccentric flavor profile. It's mushroom based. It's a big believer in the fungal pharmacy. Dude, I think I picked the right fucking voices for these guys. One is like a fucking hippie like that, and then the other is like more hippiness. So it's perfect. How far are we from Dogwood Drive? The echo is dicey tonight. Good luck for you. Or bad luck for you, even. Expect waves and diversions. Dogwood Drive is by the Silo mail stop. What? We may need to spend some time on the indirect route before we hit your stop, okay? There's other business, mail to drop off, garbage to pick up, and a few favors to execute. All dotted on the riverbanks from here to there. I hope you enjoy the trip on your little mammoth. On our little mammoth, even. Take advantage of all the amenities even. Fresh air, cozy bunks, hot tea, the video room. There are some pretty interesting tapes down there, actually. Unusual, I mean, weird. Watch out that VCR doesn't take your hand off, though. It's untrustworthy. What kind of weird tapes? There's one with this woman. She's just like standing there talking, but you can't really hear her, and there's this awful hum. See for yourself, it's down there somewhere. I saw you talking to Will. He's an old friend. Don't be fooled by that burned out aura. He's a smart and kind man. I think his only vice is those silly scratch tickets. Speaking of which, we're coming up on our next stop shortly. Refueling and picking up a few things. Well, eyes on the road. Yeah, I think that was the perfect voice. Ezra runs up to Shannon. Wow, slow down. It's slippery up on deck. Do you have batteries? Yeah, of course. What for? Johnny said I could use his tape recorder, but it needs batteries. Oh, fun. Well, Shannon searches her pockets. Here's 4 different kinds. Surely one of these should fit. Thank you. And I'm the kid. Alright, let's go down and see. I'm gonna do every fucking voice we've earned so far in this one, I bet. Exploration. Kitty cat. Musicians. It's a June bug. Really? You were entranced? You don't remember this? Or entranced even? You don't remember this? It's okay. We've all been seen a lot of concerts. Serrano Open. This tape machine was broken or something. It got really cosmic. Right. At the flower shop? I remember that show. I just saw sorry, Clara. Well, you have a second chance to hear it tonight. To Ezra. That was fast. Got the batteries? Let's see. Perfect. This one will do. So you hit this button here to record. Hold it right here so you don't cover the microphone with your hand. I bet you'll find a lot of good sounds just around the tugboat. There's plenty of tapes in there, so don't be stingy with it. Just record anything that catches your ear. It really changes the way you listen for the better, I mean. How long is this trip? We've got the ways to go, and this boat makes pretty frequent stops. I think Kate said that we're moving pretty slowly tonight, too. Weather. Kate said we could stop at the rum colony. Serrano's playing. Well, that's ideal. I'm supposed to be the lady there to look at some old engine parts about 3 hours ago. 3 hours goes fast at the rum colony, ma'am. I bet she's still there. I hope we don't stop there too long. My concert is soon. I don't want to keep them waiting. No, it's river time. Nobody expects you to be punctual. Hey, why don't you give that tape recorder a try? See if the cat over there has anything he wants to say. I often use found sounds in my music. If you find some interesting sounds tonight, you can help me out. Record the cat. Speak to me, cat. Meow, 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 meow. My arm is now a freaking thing. What is going on? That is so interesting, though. I mean, like, the little weird things that they choose to do with this game. Some of it just doesn't make sense. I guess I recorded for a while. He just meows a little bit. Meow. Meow. Why do I have a robot arm now? I'm just, like, turning into one of them. That's what it seems to be. That's a different dog. A Doberman. I like Dobermans. I would like to have one. You know, it's the strangest thing. I can't remember why I came up here. Fresh air? I did that wrong. Fresh air? Good Lord, I gotta get that twang. Maybe. I'm homey in that cabin, although I'm warm. Just that thing about, what was it? When you walk through a door, when you go into the kitchen or something, and as soon as you pass from one room to another, you forget what you wanted. You have to walk back out just to remember, like you left a part of your brain behind. Hey, I wonder if I can follow the brain crumb trail all the way back to the room I was born in. Conway cranes his neck over the railing. You were driving for hours. Get any sleep? Just resting my eyes for a minute. Every little bit helps, right? Shannon leans over the railing and looks at the river below. Did you see Ezra go in? Oh yeah, he's poking around with that tape recorder, exploring. He seems to keep himself entertained. It's good for him. It's important to know how to be alone. What's up, huh? You look like there's something you want to ask. Fine. You can ask it. One question. Do you really have to go work at hard times? Didn't seem so bad, did it? It's a way to live. I mean, rent a bed, eat at the cafeteria. Not like I have a choice. I think you do have a choice. I've got to repay my debt. Hell, I should be grateful for the opportunity. If you want to die with any dignity, you got to settle up. That's why it's such a damn shame when people go sudden. That is not wrong. That is not wrong. You got to settle up with the Lord. I don't know if I have control over this. Doesn't seem like it, but if I see anything, I guess I'll go and click the button. I'm sure I'll talk too much. Everyone on this river does. The problem is that we listen twice as much as that. We're only telling you half of the stories we hear. Kate told me that I ought to have been a photographer, she said. Oh. Let me get that right. I'm sure I talk too much. Everyone on this river does. The problem is that we listen twice as much as that. We're only telling you half of the story we hear. Kate told me that I ought to have been a photographer. She said, you have an uncanny way of having been, though, in a place at the time the thing happened there, and that's the hardest part of taking a photograph anyway. That's my best impression of her. Nice of her to say, but it isn't true. Though I know just about every story on this river, most of them are picked up second, third, or fourth hand, and so on. Listening, see? Now, I know what you're gonna ask, so I'm gonna answer it. Yes, I'm sure they're all true. I personally believe a story gets more true if it's tossed around from brain to brain. The whole community brings their insight to bear on the brittle facts of experience. There are a few Echo River stories I witnessed directly. I saw that big owl migration pass through. You might have heard about that. I was there when the old train station flooded. I saw the ghost of Stephen Bishop brew up a batch of white lightning on a raft. Or anyway, I talked to a few sailors who recently crossed paths with him, and I suspect sampled his wares.
One night, when I was working on the Mucky Mammoth, we picked up a gaggle of passengers headed down to a mail drop by the silo of Late Reflections. I knew a couple of them in passing, a pair of traveling musicians who often encountered on the river. The others were strangers to me at the time. A young woman, a small boy, and an old man whose name I didn't catch. Oh, and a smelly dog. We docked at a gas station so the Mammoth could refuel.
Boy, that's rough on my throat. Rough and smooth all at once. Ezra stays on the tugboat and looked around the map room. Ezra followed Junebug and Johnny into the gas station. I think he's going to follow them in the gas station. I'm actually curious of what's going on in there. And we'll do that. Get the choice at least. And apparently we're playing Ezra, so I got to get my kid voice, which is a horrible kid voice, but it's alright. Act 4, Scene 2. A gas station. Is it the same one from the beginning of the game? Because that'd be sick as fuck. I didn't know there was a river nearby. No, it's not. Alright. Diesel, liquor, coffee, and snacks at this gas station.
We cut it close. I usually find this place upriver. Everybody's on the lake tonight.
The gas station moves around?
Sure. It's not anchored or anything. Could be anywhere up and down the Echo, and just kind of run into it when you need it. Or hopefully a little before you need it. I usually stop once a night, though, to be honest, I'm not sure it's even the same one. Doesn't have a name or anything. I never really pay attention to who's behind the counter. Anyway, it's nice to see you two. Most of my regular passengers must have gotten held up elsewhere in their journey tonight. It's that storm, I think.
Watching Ezra sprint past.
Look at him go. That kid has a lot of energy. It's gotta be past his bedtime or something, right?
I don't think he has a bedtime. He's a maverick.
Sounds familiar. You don't have any of your own, I mean. No, I guess not. I just realized you two come through here so often. We chat about all kinds of stuff, but I never thought to ask about family.
We're all the family we need.
That's sweet. So, how about that storm upstairs? Did you get caught in it? I heard it kind of roamed around uncertain. I'm sure we'll hear all about it tomorrow. Flooding and property damage even. As they are two separate things. Probably killed a few tomatoes. I got the river churning and everyone heading to the lake here, where the water's calmer. I myself don't mind navigating a choppy river. Not at all. I've got a good feel for it. Plus, it's better for fungal growth. High water consumes the cave moss and their wet wings clump together into these little balls of nutrient-dense mushroom food. Jammed by current here and there between the rocks. You'd never see a mushroom grow like on a soggy cave moth carcass. Amazing. Even I could get a day off. Val and I would be out there all day tomorrow to harvest. I mean it. They'll be ready by tomorrow. A mushroom will grow just as fast as you could pump water on it. Hey, are you two headed out this way tomorrow? Maybe I could send Val ashore with you for a few hours. She's got a remarkable nose for mushrooms. You wouldn't even need to know what to look for. Put a bag around her neck and she'll just bring them back to you.
They must be talking about the dog. Yeah.
We don't know. Ooh, well, no room in the bike. We don't know where we'll be tomorrow. Oh, I should have figured. Seems you two are always on the move.
It seems that way sometimes. Silence.
So, I should get back aboard. No rush. I just want to brew some tea before we get underway. Heading into the station? Thought I'd grab some black coffee for the old man. He's looking a bit waterlogged. Sure. Don't want him falling asleep on you. Nah, he'll be alright. He seems like the type who could hold his liquor. Seems like he has a little experience, I mean. Hey, while you're in there, could you remind the gas station attendant this fuel is on my tab? Charge it to the Mucky Mammoth. Oh, and Will wanted a scratch ticket. Thanks.
I think we just watched the lake. I'll just watch the lake for a bit, ma'am. Okay, well, I'm in control of her. Because they're fucking robots. This is so weird, this game, man, I tell you. Johnny and Val and the attendant. Let's talk to the attendant first. Can't tell if that's a male or female, but I'm going to say, looking for the crystals?
Why do you assume I'm looking for the crystals?
We've got them on sale. All kinds of folks in here looking for crystals. There's a few there, and with milky white shocks through the middle, like you caught a piece of a cloud. People seem to like those a lot. Yep. Popular crystals. You work on the Mammoth? I can add it to your tab.
Oh, you know the tugboat? The Captain Kate said I'd have to remind you.
Sure. They're here every night. It's okay. I have one of those faces. Forgettable.
I wouldn't say that.
It's okay. I've learned to accept it. In fact, I learned to cherish it. There's dignity in being forgotten. Letting the crowd flow around you unspoiled. I used to live in a city. I mean, a real city. Cleveland, Ohio. I said I had some family money there then. I didn't have to work. I lived in hotels in the daylight, and I walked wherever the people were. My only duty was to the crowd. I was its observer. It's historian. It's detective. It's poet. Well, the money ran out, and I dispersed with the rest of them. I took my duties with me here to Lake Leith, in the Echo River. I live behind this counter, anonymous, invisible, but I live with dignity. And yourself?
Sure, something like that. I like to keep moving.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I can't help it myself. I travel with the pleasure of the current. We keep all the crystals on the shelf over there. Buy one, get one free, of equal or lesser symmetry. Take a look. Crystals, you say? The crystals are rough, dirty. Rough, dirty? I don't like that comma. I don't like that comma at all. Those crystals are rough and dirty. Some are damp, and they must have come out of the river, because there's a period, not a comma there. So this is a weird fucking sentence structure. I don't like it. Crystals from the river. That attendant is a trip. Letting the crowd flow around you. Found you unspoiled, he said. I guess she's thinking, so I gotta do her voice a bit.
Jumbug tries to scrape some green out.
Excuse me. Let me go back. I don't like how it jumps back and around. I really wish they would have a narrator titling, so that way I would know. Or if in her case, when she's thinking, state in thought, so that way I would have known. That would have been useful, but either way. Junebug tries to scrape some green algae off a larger specimen, examining it for the kind of cloudy inner formation the attendant said was so popular.
What a pressing outlook. K-U-Y-U.
Huh.
And a few numbers are woven through the algae.
Interesting.
What happened to the person to make them think that way? This isn't algae at all. It's a decayed plastic bag caught on the rock.
Interesting. Talk to Norm again real quick. I'll make sure I get them tickets. Oh, Norm is someone else. Shit. That floodwater washed you halfway up to the sea. I was looking for you down by New Königsberg. Same as usual, but ain't nobody there. And the river's deep as an elephant. Noticing Jim. Oh, didn't see you there, ma'am. Pardon my language.
What elephant?
All right. You're no paper flower, I see that. Sting his ham warmly. I expect you must be Loretta. Enchanted to meet you. Sorry I'm late. Hey, is that coming on too flowery or something? Enchanted? Repeating it now, I feel a little silly.
It's not Loretta. I think you'll do fine with Enchanted.
Well, thanks for saying so. Now I'm double embarrassed.
How do you know Loretta?
I really don't. I met Loretta on the computer. We met each other there. I guess. We spoke through the computer and agreed to meet. I don't know the terminology. I haven't dated in quite a while. Back when I met Greta, that's my wife, excuse me, my ex, or maybe I am her ex? I don't know how to say it. Anyway, back there wasn't even such a thing as computers at all. I guess there probably was, but I never heard of one. I worked in the textiles, so here I am.
So what's your plan when Loretta shows up?
Oh, maybe head down to the rum colony. Shoot, I forgot to ask if she likes to drink. You really never know these days. I guess first I'd ask her about that. If she doesn't like the rum, I'd maybe try to take her by the bat sanctuary. That's pretty romantic in a sense. Like Misty Valley and Ruins Church romantic, but like flowers and chocolates romantic. Of course, they've got that memorial there. It was a little depressing, actually. Maybe it's kind of a sail around that. Damn it all. I guess I probably missed her. I wonder if she'll agree to meet me again.
I'm sure she'll understand with the weather and all.
Nice of you to say so. Well, I guess I headed on back. Hey, suppose Loretta doesn't want to see me after all.
My card is full.
Oh, no. Sorry, that's not what I meant. Actually, I wanted to ask you for some advice. I have to type up a sort of autobiography for the computer date, and I spent a lot of time on it, but I only got one reply, and that was Loretta herself. I was happy to meet her, but supposing she's lost interest now, do you think you could maybe give me some feedback? It's only a paragraph or so. I have it all memorized. I spent so damn long writing it. Okay, here's how it goes. I'm a good-natured man, retired, and spend most of my time sailing on Echo River, riding currents of subterranean gas and that strange invisible wind that moans out of the small tunnels along the bank. Seeking a companion to map the river with me. I have to have two grown children, but they live far away. No goofballs. No. What do you think?
What was that about goofballs?
Like, serious inquiries only.
You might miss out on some really great goofballs.
You may be right about that.
Why'd you mention your children?
Oh, I figured come up somehow. It'll come up somehow. I don't know how people feel about dating with kids. Like I said, it's been a while.
Are you proud?
Yeah, sure I am. My son is a school teacher. My daughter owns a printing press. Good people. Yeah, maybe I just mentioned it there, hoping I'll get asked to brag a little. I can't even get the timing right on that. Very Obama-y. The thing about the wind is a little much. Yeah, you're probably right. I want to show my poetic side. I'll save that for the date. Alright, thanks for your help, man. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm ready to get back on that computer. Yeah, have a good night now. There's left of it anyway. And he's a black guy. Boy, that was random. Let's talk to Johnny and Val. Or go to Johnny and Val. What do you think about the other dogs we've got on board, Val? Lou's a sleeping old hound. I know she isn't doing any mushroom hunting, that's for sure. Weird cave fungus growing on soggy moth wings. Sounds kind of romantic, but also kind of gross, right? So, would you like to ride with us for a day? I bet you would. We're good company. Maybe you could still talk her into it. Man, I'm way long on this episode. My bad for going so far. I just got into this so much. Nah, maybe we can talk her into it. Okay, I think that covered everything, and that's perfect, so I can exit the store when I'm ready to. But before I exit and move forward and what's inevitably the next act, I just realized that I've been recording for like 50 minutes for my time, and I haven't really taken any kind of pauses enough, so that's going to be a long-ass episode. So I apologize for the length of the episode, and I thank you so much if you've gotten this far in the first place. You are awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying this enough to actually watch and hear my horrible voices and stuff that I do. Or maybe you love the sound of my voice. Who knows? Maybe this shit puts you to sleep. Either way, I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, well, I'll see you in the next episode as we continue further on down the river. I assume that's what we're going to do, heading to some sort of destination eventually. Either way, I'll see you in the next episode of Kentucky Route Zero. Have a great day.
Oh, hey. I see that you guys are done with this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, you can see another one over here on the right-hand side. And, of course, we've also got one on the left as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.